Recording. Recording. Yeah, today's Veterans Day. Shout out to Veterans Day. They let us out early today. You know what I mean? As you can see, a few punches to the face. Niggas hate you. Excuse me. People just love to hate people. That's all it is. Yeah. They just love to hate, man. It is unfortunate, but it's so true. Like, we as humans love to have control over other people. It's like embedded in our DNA. And before even the Europeans stole the people from Africa and the whole slavery started, slavery was a heavy thing in our past history. You feel me? Maybe they didn't see that as slavery, but they used to capture people of war as a way of servants. Since I defeated your tribe or I defeated your nation, now these people gotta work under me. You feel me? We have always wanted to control, always in the need to want to control somebody. That's the reason why when a situation like mine came up, it was the perfect firestorm. Let it go. I gotta speak to y'all in that proper tone, huh? Like I said, like my situation came along, it was the perfect firestorm because people relate to wanting to have control over somebody. I mean, we all know intuitively that is wrong, but yet they can't stop themselves from doing it. It's like an addiction to want to have control. If the law, this is the reason why people are dangerous, because once upon a time when it was legal to be, you have the Jim Crow laws, it was legal for us to be separated, but yet it was only a few people who seen that there was something wrong with that. The rest of everybody else followed. The same thing happened in Germany. All the Germans hated a Jew and wanted to kill the Jew and everything else, but it was only blaming one man. You feel me? People always want to have control over other people. As long as the law permits it, oh, they're gonna have a field day with that shit. But if the law does not permit it and there's consequences for it, this is what restrict people from doing same crimes. Now, how about you just do it without having to think that you're going to get in trouble? You feel me? Why don't you not do it at all? You feel me? But because there's rules and regulations in place and there's laws and everything else like that, that's why it's not widespread. But my situation is different. Of course, they've allowed it to happen. I must have said something that just aggravated the whole world. Nah, you feel me? Like, nobody sees me as the person that they're supposed to see me as. But if this was allowed in the openly, no covert. I mean, they're doing it covertly. They do it secretly. It's like secret hate. It's almost like an embarrassment. But yeah, it is almost like an embarrassment. But yet they still do it because they can't do it out in the open because it's not acceptable by the public. You feel me? These people have an urge to want to have rulership over somebody else. They have an urge to want to treat somebody like a doormat. People always, every time when somebody feels like they're being treated like a doormat, it doesn't feel good to them. So they got to find somebody else to do it too. That's why they always say hurt people, hurt people. We have it, it's with the, I don't say we, but the world is so mixed nowadays. We all doing everything together. It's like my history is not your history. But yeah, we in this together, so I have to take your flaws with my flaws. You feel me? I'm just saying. And that's just the truth. You feel me? People always want to control somebody. From Africa to the Middle East, all the way down to Europe and across the world, even in China. There was always somebody in rulership controlling other people. We look at pharaohs, we looked at the chief and the Indians. There's always that format. You feel me? And we as human, we shit, nigga. We want to have that kind of. We want to make it happen. But at the same time, people that be in power is happening. Let me wait. I'm gonna wait until I get to somewhere where I can talk without the noise. Copper statics, nigga. No, one eye. You feel me? People always want to have control over other people. Somebody wants to enslave somebody. This ain't just white people against black people. This was a widespread issue. It's just that the Europeans kind of took it to a whole nother level when they started doing their shit. Like, they started doing some other wild shit. It wasn't even about service no more. It was just pure hatred. You feel me? It was just it was just pure ridiculousness. You feel me? Anyway, but if you look at the overall picture of it, somebody wants to have rulership over somebody. Somebody wants somebody to work for them as a servant or a maid in some form of shape. You feel me? Always. We all striving to have some form of control over the next person. Some on the spectrum is much higher than others. You feel me? Some of us, like myself and others, we are out there. We already are comfortable who we are. We don't need to feel control over somebody else to define who we are. Feel me? I don't know how I learned that lesson, but I have that within me, and I'm not the only person, because I see in other people too. You feel me? It's just, it is what it is. Like, you feel me? Even when you take a look at history itself, and you look at the people who reach the highest pinnacle of power, eventually after a while, they don't even want to control people no more. They don't. Like, they just don't want to control people, because it's like the highest form of power is to have control over yourself. It's like, why would I want to control somebody else? That defines you. You feel me? If I want to have control over you, that means that me having control over you would define who I am. You understand? It means I have to do that to have an identity. You feel me? That's why when people reach the highest pinnacle, the highest spectrum of thinking, they don't want to be seen without having compassion, sympathy, empathy, and everything. Because this is the highest form of intelligence that you can ever have. The highest form of intelligence is to actually show peace. Peace is the highest form of intelligence. But some people just don't get that. It's going to take them a very long time, because some of these niggas is old. Some of these niggas past their teens. So it's really going to take them a long time. Maybe not this lifetime. You feel me? If we take a look at anything, any civilization that was worthy of being mentioned in this world itself, there was always ruling over somebody. There was always controlling something. You feel me? Any form of civil, I don't care whether you're from the Middle East, if you're from Asia, if you're from Africa, if you're from the Americans, every part of the world, somebody was ruling somebody, and that person had to do something. They wasn't even paying these niggas sometimes, half of the time. Like I said, in America, the American history part, that cannot be explained. There was no reason why they did what they did. You feel me? That cannot be explained. But let me tell you this too. First of all, most of the criminals, most of the people that came to the Americas were also being enslaved in Europe. And they came to the Americas. Most of the people that fought with George Washington were considered criminals of the country, of the origin of the country where they came from. They were just kicked out of that country. They came to the United States. Some of them escaped to the United States. So it has always been like that. People, hurt people, man. Oh, this is my first time seeing this shit. This shit different. Go check it out. You feel me? I'm not even a fan. Hold on. Yes, sir. And I was just interested. I wanted to see what this place is about. I'm just browsing.
Oh, first hand grenade? Okay. I'll choose from, yeah.
Just never seen the store like that before.
Computerized machinery available to switch to shoes.
Thank you. Shorty, nice. Word up. That was a quick intermission. Back to my favorite vanilla ice. Yes, man. So that's the conclusion to the story, man. People are always. This is what I've been looking for. Man, these shits right here. Hard to find. In New York City, you see that shit getting rotten. Cali, different. Feel me? This is when people. Last time I came. Yeah, last time I came here, I dropped in, so I'm not trying to repeat the same mistake again. So I'm gonna just do the right thing. Do the right thing. But yeah, man. I'm gonna close it out, then I'm gonna come back in. Fuck, man. I need a basket. You guys don't have a basket? Basket. Huh?
Quarter.
You gotta pay for it?
Well, you put the quarter in, and then you get the quarter back once you pay.
The shopping cart? Come on, man.
You can borrow a quarter from her and then give it back to her at the end.
Yeah. That's crazy. Excuse me.